Odisha, formerly known as Orissa, is the 8th largest state in India by area. Kulita Tukura holds a tiny speck in the Orissa map. It is popularly known as the Rice Bowl of India. Geographically, Tukura is 15 kilometers away from Godbhaga Junction, which is 22 kilometers from Sambalpur. And this story is of a glorious son of this soil. On 11th March 1951, famous bell material artisan of that time, Haribansha Sahoo and his wife Golapi Sahoo bring their second child, a son. Sadly, after their first child passed away untimely. Haribansha Sahoo pierced a gold wire or guna on his son's nose and named him Guna on the advice of some elderly people because of the faith that wearing a guna would prolong his son's age. In his growing days, he was the most cherished boy in the family and neighborhood. Haribansha Sahoo enrolled him in the village government primary school. His behavior made him the favorite of all the teachers in a short period of time.
पीयूसी थिबा बेले से छोट बेले भाईंकर सब बेले तांका छोट बेले सब कथा मते कहंती गोटे दिन मते कहउतिले जने ज्योतिष तांका घर को आस्थिले आ कहउतिले भाईंक पई गोटे घात बार अछि से दिन तमे को कुआडे भी छाडीबनी तो पीयूसी टिके व्यस्त हेले किंतु पर्टिकुलर से गोटे दिनटा को भी मेंशन करथिले किंतु भाई को से मना कले भी से पीयूसी दी जने को मना कले कि तमे बाहर को कुआडे जीवनी किबा काली गोटे दिन पई स्कूल जीवनी तो आ सेति पे तांको प्रलोभन लांच स्वरूप भाई को 10 पैसा मध्ये देथिले तो भाई किंतु हां कर देले आ तापर तांको कथा से सुनिलेनी न सुनी कि से स्कूल पळेले जते बेले से फेरिला बेले को तांको रास्ता एते जोर रे रास्ता रे किछि दुर्घटना एंती कि पड़ी गले तो एते जोर भाई तांकर आघात हला से तांकर हाथ भांगी देथिला तो हाथ भांगी गला तांको पुनी संबलपुर हॉस्पिटल गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल को नेथिले सेठी तांकर बैंडेज करा हेतिला तो टिके समस्त मन दुख हेतिला किंतु आमे एतिकी जानु जे से छोट बेलु से माने पाठ पढा प्रति एते आग्रही.
After completing his primary education, he was enrolled in the Middle English School in the village.
बेले पढ़ा प्रति तांकर बहुत झुंक थिला सेति लागि से जाउथिले बोर्डिंग रे सुइबा लागे जे थरे जाइथिले बोर्डिंग रे सुइथिले आ सागो साथी सब कथावार्ता पाठ पढ़ी कि राती जाइथिला आ सो समस्त उठी पळे आस्थिले आ से सोई जाइथिले बाहर खरा दिन थिला बारंडा रे सोइथिले तो गोटे हेटा बाघ आसिकी तांको खट तल रे सोई जाइथिला से जेतले देखले जे हेटा बाघ अछि से पूरा निस्तब्ध हे कि बिना साउंड रे सोई जाइथिले तापरे सकाळ पाई गला जेंती हेटा बाघटा चली गला आ से उठी कि घर को आसिले से दिन मोर बापा मना कले जे तू बोर्डिंग को जाइकी नहीं सोइबू किंतु से हाँ कहीकि केते दिन रही गले पुणी आउथरे जाइकी सोइबे पढ़िया पे असुविधा होची कहीकि पुणी आउथरे सोया पे चली जाइतिले.
Then he was admitted to Laramba High School. He used to travel 7 kilometers every day on a bicycle to attend school.
Dr. Nilachal Sahoo मोर क्लासमेट थिले 1964 रु 1968 पर्यंत लरमा हाई स्कूल. आमे 4 जन संग थिलु जो मान के फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ होतलु स्कूल रे आम भितर किछि अवांतर कथा वार्ता केबे होयनी आमे सबले पाठ ऊपर डिस्कशन करू रिक्रिएशन समय गोटे छोट पत्थर थाए से स्कूल पाखरे सेठी को जाई विभिन्न सब्जेक्ट ऊपर हमर डिस्कशन हुए आवेदनकर कथा कहूँ अष्टम श्रेणी वार्षिक परीक्षा रे मोर आंगुठी कटिगला जिते से ब्लड बंद हलानी एटा एठी तो कहवा समीचीन नुहे कौन है केमती बंद हम डाक्तरखाना भी से नाला डॉक्टर साहू कहले मत आपड़ से परीक्षा कर दिंतु परीक्षा करदे सतरे से बंद हो गला तापरे हम परीक्षा देलु.
Guna Babu was not only good in his studies but also engaged in mischievous activities along with his friends.
कथा प्रसंग आम भेट पड़े से स्कूल कथा कहन कॉलेज कथा कहन बोले स्कूल से हॉस्टेल रहा के मजा करुले से के गोटे स्टोरी गोटे कहन से आंब आनी दरकार खाइबार अच्छी कंचा आंब खाइबार अच्छी बोले से गोटे मजा करुले आ गोटे मिसिभियस काम भी करुले दादा तो निश्चय ब्रेनी थे कि भी मिसिभियस फ्रेंड मान सागर मिसिकी करुले से पाखरी गमारीपल्ली फार्म को जाएसन सेने गोटे जोगाड़ी जगी थी से जोगाड़ी को एभोड करा लगी से जोगाड़ी जगी था तार अलग आड़े गोटे ढेलटे फिकी दौले आ बोले से से जगी जाऊा कहीं आसूच बोले से कितु इे आम से निजे आड़ आसिक बाहर सामना पट आंब नहीं जाऊे आ जोगाड़ी को एमती ठकुले आंब चोरी खाऊले से
Gunababu's father was determined to admit his son to higher studies. Despite the financial weaknesses, they worked hard to provide the cost of his higher studies. After passing the matriculation exam, he went to Gangadhar Meher College by winning a national scholarship and completed pre-university to post-graduation from this college.
विषय सांगसाथी मैंने भी कहती जे से खूब मेलापी थे गाँ को आम निज ओरिजिनल जन्म स्थान कोलचा टुकड़ा लेकिन जाऊली से हाईस्कल को किसी किसी अवदान वार्षिक दौली ये सब गुण नहीं करी आम खूब आप्यायित आनंद अनुभव करूँ बहु से दरमार प्रथम मास दरमार गोटे शाढ़ी किणी शाढ़ी को से भक्तिर उपहार मन करी प्राय 20-25 वर्ष पर्यंत साउथी करी पिंधा बंदी करुଥିଲି।
During his pre-university studies, he met the principal of Gangadhar Meher College, chemistry professor Mahendra Kumar Raut. He was so inspired by Professor M.K. Raut that he took chemistry honors.
प्रथम समावर्तन उत्सव होता है संबलपुर यूनिवर्सिटी रे मो तांको बसा को गली जो नीलाचल रोते से टेबुल उपर गोटे बड़ ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री बही रखाई मु पचारे नीलाचल बही कौटू आनल सी कहले यार गोटे कहानी अच्छी प्रोफेसर महेंद्र कुमार राउत आम ओडिशार जड़े विज्ञ रसायन शास्त्र प्रोफेसर सी क्लास नेले नीलाचल भाईर जनरल क्लास आ क्लास रे नीलाचल बाबू एते उद्बुद्ध हेले एवं प्रोफेसर राउत कहिथिबा बहीटी सारस्वत पुस्तक भंडार को जाइए किणवा चाहिए बहीर दाम बहुत थिला सी मोतीकाटरा आग्रारू बहीटी मगैले एवं ताको मंथली किस्ती अनुसार से बही सुझिले एवं महेंद्र राउत एभली जड़े प्रोफेसर केमिस्ट्री नीलाचल भाई उपरे रसायन शास्त्र बा केमिस्ट्री छाप पकड़े सी दिन ठारू सी बीएससी पढ़ला बेले केमिस्ट्री ऑनर्स रखिले आम सहित एका साथी एमएससी केमिस्ट्री कले केमिस्ट्री पास कला परे सी तांको बैच रे फास्ट होते गोल्ड मेडालिस्ट होते एवं से समय रे सी जॉइन कले राजगामपुर रे आ राजगामपुर रो सेरामिक्स रे से पीएचडी कले राजगामपुर सेरामिक्स सहित एते ओतप्रोत भाव जड़ित हेले एते कर्तव्यनिष्ठ एवं तांकर यो केमिस्ट्री प्रति जो आग्रह तांको गोटे अनेक बाट को अनेक उच्च सोपान को नहीं गला एवं तांकर जेतेले हमर महेंद्र राउत कर देहांत हैला मो राजेंद्र कॉलेज रे थाए तांको विषय जेतेले कहली मो नीलाचल कथा कहली जे गोटे शिक्षक वा गोटे प्रोफेसर मात्र गोटे क्लास रे गोटे पिलार जीवन परिवर्तन कर दे पारिछि ଆଉ ତାର ଉଦାହରଣ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ମୋର ଭାଇ ନୀଳାଚଳ।
In his graduation, he secured first class first in the final exam of Sambalpur University and later stood first in post-graduation in his college. After passing post-graduation, Gunababu started working in District Statistics Department of Sambalpur early in his career for few days. While working there, one day he found an advertisement for the post of a ceramist in Dalmia Institute of Scientific and Industrial Research, Rajganjpur, on a newspaper which is used to wrap pressed clothes by washermen. He appeared for the interview and joined DISIR as a ceramist. On 21st January 1979, he married to Sarojini. Sarojini, the youngest daughter of Shri Bhavani Shankar Sahoo, a famous Kabiraj and educationist of Katapalli village at that time. Sarojini by profession is a science teacher. She was honored by several prestigious government awards, along with the prestigious Governor Award.
ସାହୁ ବାବୁ ଆମ ପରିବାରର ମୁଖ୍ୟ ଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କର ଅସମୟରେ ଦେହାନ୍ତ ଯୋଗୁଁ ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ମର୍ମାହତ। କୁହାଯାଏ ସମସ୍ତ ସଫଳ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିଙ୍କ ପଛରେ ଏକ ନାରୀର ହାତ ଥାଏ, କିନ୍ତୁ ମୋ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ସେୟା ଓଲଟା। ମୋର ଆଜି ଯାହା ବି ସଫଳତା ମୁଁ ଲାଭ କରିଛି, ହାସଲ କରିଛି, ତା ପଛରେ ଡକ୍ଟର ସାହୁଙ୍କର ସପୋର୍ଟ ଓ କୋଅପରେସନ୍ ବହୁତ ଥିଲା। ମୁଁ ବାହାଘର ସମୟରେ BSc ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଇୟରରେ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲି। ସାହୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜାଣିଲେ କି ମୋର ଡକ୍ଟର ହେବାର ଇଚ୍ଛା ଥିଲା, ସେ ମୋତେ ବହୁତ ସପୋର୍ଟ କଲେ, କୋଅପରେଟ୍ କଲେ, ଯାହାଦ୍ୱାରା ମୁଁ BSc ତାପରେ B.Ed, M.Ed ଓ PhD କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ କରି ଡକ୍ଟରେଟ୍ ଡିଗ୍ରୀ ହାସଲ କଲି। ସାହୁ ସବୁ କାମରେ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚରେ ମୋତେ ସବୁବେଳେ ପ୍ରେରଣା ଦେଉଥିଲେ, ଯାହା ପାଇଁ ଡକ୍ଟରେଟ୍ ଡିଗ୍ରୀ ପରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ମୁଁ ଏନଭାୟରମେଣ୍ଟାଲ ଏଜୁକେସନ୍ ଓ ଫିଜିକାଲ ସାଇନ୍ସରେ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ଜାରି ରଖିଛି। ଏହା ବ୍ୟତୀତ ସାହୁ ଜଣେ ଆଇଡ଼ିଆଲ ସନ୍ ଥିଲେ ମା ବାପାଙ୍କର, ଛୁଆଙ୍କର ସେ ଜଣେ ଆଇଡ଼ିଆଲ ଫାଦର ଥିଲେ, ତାଙ୍କ ଭଉଣୀର ଜଣେ ଆଦର୍ଶ ଭାଇ ଥିଲେ। ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ, ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସାଇନ୍ସ ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରାମରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଗେଷ୍ଟ ହିସାବରେ ଡକାଯାଏ, ସବୁବେଳେ ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ସାଇନ୍ସ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜିରେ ଇନୋଭେସନ୍ କରିବାକୁ ପ୍ରେରଣା ଦେଉଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ସ୍ପିଚ୍ କେବଳ ନ ଦେଇକି ନୂଆ ନୂଆ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଖାଇକି ସେ ତାଙ୍କ ସ୍ପିଚ୍କୁ ଆଟ୍ରାକ୍ଟିଭ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ। ଏହା ବ୍ୟତୀତ ସେ ବୟୋଜ୍ୟେଷ୍ଠ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିଙ୍କୁ ଏବଂ ନିଡି ପିପୁଲକୁ ହେଲ୍ପ କରିବାକୁ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ପାଉଥିଲେ। ଜେନେରାଲି କ'ଣ ହୁଏ, ଆମର ଯେଉଁ ୱାର୍କିଂ ଲେଡ଼ିଜ୍ ଥାଆନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ରୋଫେସନାଲ ଲାଇଫ୍ ଆଉ ଡୋମେଷ୍ଟିକ୍ ଲାଇଫ୍ରେ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ରଖିବାର ବହୁତ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ହୁଏ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଯଦି ହଜବେଣ୍ଡର ସେଇଠି ସପୋର୍ଟ ଆଉ କୋଅପରେସନ୍ ମିଳେ, ତାହେଲେ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବରେ ସେ ସକ୍ସେସ୍ ହୁଏ। ମୋର ଯେମିତି ମାନେ ମା ଘରେ ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ପୂଜା ନଥିଲା, ଏଠି କିନ୍ତୁ ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ପୂଜାର ପୁରା ନିୟମ କାନୁନ ଉପରେ ଚାଲୁଥିଲେ। ତେଣୁ ମୋତେ ବେଳେବେଳେ ଭାରି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ହୁଏ। ଏହି କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ସାହୁ ସପୋର୍ଟ କରୁଥିଲେ, ଯାହା ଲାଗି ମୁଁ ପ୍ରୋଫେସନାଲ ଲାଇଫ୍ ଆଉ ପର୍ସନାଲ ଲାଇଫ୍ରେ ଗୋଟେ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ମେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ କରିପାରୁଥିଲି। ତେଣୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମୁଁ ଏବଂ ଆମ ପରିବାର ବର୍ଗ ଆମର ଶୁଭେଚ୍ଛୁମାନଙ୍କ ସହଯୋଗରେ, ତାଙ୍କ ସାହାଯ୍ୟରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଯେଉଁ ସ୍ୱପ୍ନ ଅସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ହୋଇଛି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ ପୂରଣ କରିବାକୁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବୁ।
Gunababu started his career in DISIR as a ceramist and retired from service as Deputy Director of DISIR. He received the PhD degree from Sambalpur University under Professor Dr. Jagyananda Panda while pursuing his career as a ceramist in DISIR. After that, Gunababu didn't have to look back. One feather after another has been added to his crown. He traveled to USA, France, Germany, Spain, Russia, China, and other countries in order to participate in seminars, research projects, and met several scientists. In association with the then director of DRDO, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, He worked for the development of ceramic radomes for the missiles like Trishul, Akash, Prithvi and Nag, and contributed to nation's defense research. Guna Babu worked in DISIR for 28 long years till 2003 as a research ceramist, principal scientist, and retired as Deputy Director of DISIR. DISIR remained always his favorite workplace. He got the opportunity in DISIR to conduct research in his field of interest and climbed the ladder of success. Guna Babu was immensely passionate about research. After retiring from DISIR, Guna Babu joined the refractory divisions of Messrs OCL India Limited as Head of Technology and R&D and successfully worked for 7 years there. Guna Babu was a thinker, researcher and inventor. Guna Babu developed 45 refractory products, of which 27 have been patented. He received several awards in his lifetime. He is honored 3 times by Import Substitution Awards in All India Industrial Exhibition in the years 1987, 1992 and 1999 for the development of import substituted refractory products. Guna Babu prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award for development and application of refractory by Indian Refractory Makers Association in 2011 and Refractory Technologist of the Year 2012 award by Indian Ceramic Society in Ahmedabad. 135 technical research papers were published under the name of Guna Babu, Dr. N. Sahoo, in national and international journals and proceedings of seminars and conferences. Guna Babu was a life member of Indian Ceramic Society, Indian Institute of Ceramics, Indian Institute of Refractory Engineers, Indian Science Congress Association, Indian Institute of Metals and Odisha Bigyan Academy. Dr. J.K. Sahoo, Dr. N.K. Mishra, Dr. R. Karthik and Dr. B. Mishra were awarded PhD under his guidance. Despite achieving so much, Guna Babu never forgot his roots. Though Guna is the only son of his parents, his uncle Shri Gobardhan Sahoo and his wife Srimati Lalita Sahoo's elder son, Dr. Pavitra Kumar Sahoo, are like his own brothers, who also worked for DISIR and retired as Deputy Director of DISIR.
Dr. Pavitra Sahoo, cousin brother to Dr. Nilachal Sahoo. He was more than a real brother to me. When I passed BSc, our financial condition was not good, so I wanted to take a job to support my family. But Dr. Nilachal Sahoo, he told that don't do the job now. You first complete your MSc, then do the job for a better scope. So with his support, I could complete my MSc. He was my ideal in life. I wanted to be a scientist like him always. So after passing my MSc, I joined DISIR as a scientist and I have worked more than 30 years with him.
During the Golden Jubilee celebration of his primary school, after decades, he visited his school. First, he bowed down and touched his guru's Shri Krishna Chandra Poti's feet. Mr. Poti cried and said, "I was searching for you a lot and wanted to see you." Guna Babu always stood beside his students. He always motivated his students to work for the development of the country by innovation in the field of science and technology. Not only in the field of science, he dedicated his life to humanity and philanthropy. Guna Babu was keenly involved in various social and educational organizations. Guna Babu was the president of Paschim Odisha Sanskritika Parishad, trustee of Jagannath Hundi, managing committee member of Sri Aurobindo Institute of Integral Education and Research, member of Bidwan Committee of Saraswati Shishu Mandir. Guna Babu was very fond of children. He was popular among children of his locality as Sahoo Uncle. Guna Babu was suffering from lung problem. His health condition deteriorated after he was hit by the second wave of the COVID pandemic. Doctors tried, but he left behind this material world on 11th March 2021. Gunababu's contribution to Indian science and technology is unquestionable, even after his demise. Respecting his work in GM, University of Sambalpur named the gold medal for chemistry topper under his name. District Topper Award of National Science Congress named Dr. N. Sahoo Memorial Award. IRMA and DVA both allotted awards to students for innovative work under his name too. The Nilachal Foundation was established to carry on his scientific, social and religious work so that the practice of science for humanity would not be interrupted even after his death. Gunababu will remain immortal because of his behavior and actions. Students will be inspired by his ideals and will work for the benefit of society with new innovations. His values of humanity will continue to be a source of inspiration for the people.